we are going to pack the apricots. First thing we need to do is make a sugar syrup. We're going to make a light sugar syrup. We're going to need 1 quart of water, 1 cup of sugar. To start out with, you might want to double that amount to see how far it will go. If you have extra when you're done, you can always save it. What you want to do is put the water and the sugar in and heat it up until the sugar completely dissolves. You can see this got a little orange in it. It's because saved from a previous apricot canning episode. Saved it in the fridge after we were done packing, so it's perfectly usable for a second round. You can see it'll take a while for the sugar to dissolve. The little foam on top is just from recooking the fruit. I know it looks like dish soap, but it really isn't. This is how I cut up apricots. It's not nearly as much fun as the way my grandchildren do apricots, but it works for me. You can see they're ripe because the stone just falls right out. You don't need to peel them, but you absolutely must take the pit out. Wild apricots are not nearly as big or as juicy as apricots you might buy in the store. The reason why it's important to pit apricots is because the alkaline taste, I understand, comes from a poison in the pit. So it's very important you keep the pits away from your babies too. Got the apricots cut. You can see we've got 2 bowls. One with apricots that aren't so good that will be used for making jam and sauce. Some of them I think will just throw away. And these nicer ones have been soaking in a solution of water and fruit fresh. You can also use lemon juice. Keeps the apricots from browning. Then I'm going to come over here to the sugar syrup and dump in the apricots. Just heat them up a little bit. You can cold pack or hot pack apricots, most fruit. Hot pack means you cook the fruit in the syrup for a few minutes before you can them. Cold pack means you put the cold fruit in the jar and then put the hot syrup on the fruit. I prefer to use the hot pack method, even though it's harder, because I'm less likely to break a jar that way. Putting cold fruit in hot jars and then putting hot syrup on the cold fruit, I tend to do things to jars. It also makes, cold packing also allows the fruit to float in the jar above the water. We're going to cook the apricots until the water's boiling. The directions say just to cook them till they're warm all the way through. They'll still float if you cook them till they're warm all the way through. If you let the water boil for just a little bit, a minute or so, then the fruit will sink in the jar after you canned it. It may be because they're unpeeled. The sugar doesn't soak in all the way through unless you get it nice and hot and boiling. If you are using great big apricots from the store and you decide to peel them, you may not need to cook them quite as long. The apricots look like they're ready to be put into jars. Turn off the heat. Move them over here. Jars that have been warming. Two different methods of getting these out. One, the method I have used for years and years and is rather dangerous, to say the least. Or a new method, thanks to my lovely dog. Take the hot jars out. They've been kept warm. They're ready to use. You want to use warm jars with warm syrup, clean and warm. Now we're going to hot pack the jars. To put this handy funnel, you don't need to use a funnel, but it's really handy. In the jars. I am given to understand that a really beautiful jar of fruit has all the fruit facing the same direction. How you do that with apricots is quite beyond me. Shake it down, a little more fruit in, and then liquid to cover it.